1,645 pounds. This is the 10RK Hummingbird from Jayco, brought to you by Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I would say at Haylett RV, but we are currently at the Sands Expo Center in Las Vegas getting a look at all the new things Jayco's offering this year. So this is a very different offering from the Jayco family. It's really made specifically for folks who are wanting to get off-grid and just kind of get out in the mud and the blood and the sticks and reconnect with nature and maybe reconnect with themselves, I suppose. If you are a regular Haylett RV viewer, then you're going to say, well, this is a lot like those 12-foot GeoPros, the 12RK and the 12SRK. And it's similar to both. They're both certainly within the same class and category, but it's not the same as either. In a way, it's almost a hybrid amalgamation of the two. But it had a couple really cool, unique, standout features that I really wanted to draw some attention to. Now, a lot of what you're seeing here today, this is a display model. This is not one that we have on the ground. So we're going to have something like this, but maybe not identical. Now up here you've got this 12-volt like big fantastic fan style fan here. Gives you a lot of airflow, and again, if you're going to be off-grid running on solar and batteries, you're going to appreciate that extra airflow this little thing gives you. Now if you notice over here though, you do have the option to add an 8,000 BTU side mount air unit, and I think that's a really smart decision by not going to a roof air, because it doesn't prevent them from doing things like roof racks for kayaks like you saw previously. That black box up top is our converter between some storage, 12-volt lighting. There's only, well, actually there's 4 lights in here, which is shockingly generous given the square footage of this floor plan. As we work down the rear wall, you see a couple little storage pockets. There's a place you could mount a TV, handy little utility stand and stuff like that. And then you see right here, wired for solar. And that's a very inexpensive option on these things. I suppose you could build it just for tiny, tiny park use, but this is something that if you want to take off grid, you can roof mount solar prep this thing and build your own solar package. Now down here, it's basically just a bed, but you see we've got this extra thick kind of multi-function mattress. And I tell you guys, the bedding that they're putting in these things, I am actually very impressed with what I've seen here. You can see we've got USB plugs and household outlets up by our headboard area on both sides, so it's very phone charger friendly. More USB plugs up overhead there. You see that optional Furrion portable Bluetooth speaker. That being said, pretty much any Bluetooth speaker can get the job done for you. Now over here there's a couple really interesting things. You see that little black knob sticking out? That's actually like a clothes hanger or a towel hanger or something like that. And the black box down on the left by the door, it's actually a cup holder. It's just nice little detailed touches that they put into these. But what's really kind of neat here is what they did with that mattress means that this thing is not just a bed in with an outside kitchen. It kind of converts into a neat sort of just like kick back, stretch your legs out, daytime lounge. You got room for your bags and stuff down here. And again, remember, this would be across from the entertainment should you choose to add some to this camper. So it actually has pretty good daytime function as well. Now outside here, this thing is all kinds of wacky and unconventional. It just breaks like all the normal rules of Jaycos and even Hummingbirds. A normal Hummingbird is 6.5 foot wide. This is obviously much smaller than that. Now you're looking at just every option you could possibly apply here. Remember, the one that we carry might be a little bit different from this, and probably will be a little bit. Like up top, there is the optional roof rack mount. And you see right here that they've also applied the kayak mounts to that. So there's kind of like option A leads to option B, knee bone to leg bone things. You also notice that roof rack mount is where that awning actually attaches to. So if you want the side mount awning option, it actually attaches to the roof rack. Pretty cool. Like almost any other Hummingbird, you have the option to have that jacket bike rack up front, and this is just the mount. It doesn't have the actual bike rack brackets on it, just for visual reference sake. Down below, we've got a side mount solar prep plug for those little solar suitcases to keep the batteries topped off, and plenty of room there for 2 batteries, by the way. Another interesting thing here is these have a 20-pound tank standard, but you can upgrade to a single 30-pound tank if you are so inclined. Give you that 50% more time. By the way, both of your entry doors, because notice you have 2, they both have deadbolt for security, so you don't have to worry about somebody cracking the door and jumping you in the middle of the woods. But they also both have shades built right into the window, so if you don't want the sun to blind you, you can. And they are viewing windows. They are not, you know, just a frosty glass kind of job right there. Now this sticker's kind of inside out right now because the door's open, but what that's showing us is Jayco's industry best warranty. So, you know, they've had 2 years of coverage versus a 1-year warranty. Now there's a lot of brands that offered a 1+3 structural. So Jayco said, I could do that. Watch me. I got a 2+3 warranty. Now what you got? So the manual awning here, it seems odd at first to a lot of people that it's on this side, the driver's side of the RV. But remember that this thing is very different. Also, you could mount that on either side of the RV. Nothing says you have to mount it over here. You can mount it to wherever you want on that roof rack. They mounted it on this side of the camper because it's what worked better for their display. So theoretically, you could actually have an awning on both sides of this camper, and suddenly what looks weird becomes very cool. And this thing is so small, frankly, if you park this in a normal campsite, not just way off grid in the sticks, you could you could have an awning on both sides of this thing and literally give this Hummingbird wings and let it flutter in the middle of your campsite, and you'd still not be as wide as a opposing slide fifth wheel with an awning. You know, it's funny how it actually boils down. Now back here, this has an impressively equipped rear kitchen. See, we've got our fridge outside, which does have a little freezer pocket in it, by the way. The microwave there. Now there's a couple sets of lighting, so if you want to really be able to see, or if you just want to kind of be able to see at night without, you know, catching all the bugs, you can do that. The TV here that we're looking at, that is an optional piece of equipment. Remember, the one that we have might be different. Extra USB plugs and household outlets and everything outside. A real sink with a real drain. Just a lot of good smart features going on here. Now, the smaller the camper, the more important the storage, and I'm not telling you that this thing's swimming in it, but I did want to look at what we could. You've got a pair of full extension plywood drawers. I don't have that top drawer opened all the way, not even halfway. But what I thought was cool is you have a miniature pass-through pocket out here, and I don't know, I just thought that was neat the way that the one kind of played along with the other. Now this one that we're looking at, like I said, is just loaded with pretty much every option. If you just went down the Hummingbird 10RK list and went and hit every option, this is what it would look like. But I will say that I can't imagine not building this in the Baja edition. That gives us the larger tires. Also, to be able to get up to those kayaks and stuff, our fenders become steps. Most fenders that you see sticking out of things are not designed to be walked on. This one is. That's why it has no slip pad, so you can stand on that to get to your stuff up here. And how smart is that little feature? The larger entry handle and that extra step that you get when you do go to the Baja package also makes this easy to get in and out. And it's funny how sometimes the littlest things make the biggest differences. And I think every option you apply to this makes a big difference on this little camper. And if you like what you see, all we ask is you give us a call at Haylett RV, because who else took the time and effort to go all the way to Vegas to record something for you to see? So take care, stay safe, have fun, happy camping everyone, and remember, we don't do hidden dealer fees at Haylett RV, but we do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, and everything in between.